Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss topic of matrices, eigenvalues and eigenvectors part 1. I am Sucheta Morin from St. Vincent Pallotti College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. The main objective of this video, students are able to understand the concept and applications of eigenvalues and eigenvectors of a matrix. Secondly, students are able to apply the concept for finding the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of a matrix. Matrices is very useful in different fields, but especially eigenvalues and eigenvectors are used in communication system. This communication channel first we write down in matrix form and then find out its eigenvalues and eigenvectors, which are very useful to determine the theoretical limit to how much information can be transmitted to communication medium, like telephone lines or through the air. Secondly, Google Page Rank. This search engine was due to their use of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Thirdly, designing bridges. Thus, eigenvalues and eigenvectors are very useful for finding the stability of the construction. Designing car stereo system. Eigenvalue analysis is very useful in the designing of car stereo system. In electrical engineering, the application of eigenvalues and eigenvectors are useful for decoupling three-phase system. In mechanical engineering, eigenvalues and eigenvectors allow us to reduce a linear operation to separate simpler and problems. These eigenvalues and eigenvectors have so many applications. Eigenvalues are not only used to explain natural occurrence but also to discover new and better design for the future. So, eigenvalues and eigenvectors is very important topic. So we start with the characteristic matrix. For a given square matrix A is given, A minus lambda matrix is called a characteristic matrix, where lambda is a scalar and I is the unit matrix. For example, we consider here A matrix, then we find out the A minus lambda I. Now A is as given matrix minus lambda into I means identity matrix. Now here we multiply by lambda here, therefore only the diagonal elements are lambda or other elements are 0. Therefore when we subtracting this, we made changes here in diagonal elements. 2 minus lambda, then 3 minus lambda, 2 minus lambda. This is the value of A minus lambda I. Characteristic polynomial. When we expand the determinant of A minus lambda I, then we get a polynomial of a matrix. This is called characteristic polynomial. Now A minus lambda I in this determinant form, then we simplify this determinant and then we will get the polynomial. This polynomial is called as characteristic polynomial. The equation, this determinant of A minus lambda equal to 0 is called characteristic equation. Now we write down this value in the determinant, simplify this determinant and then this equation equal to 0, this equation is called as characteristic equation. Now characteristic roots and eigenvalues. We discuss here method 1. The roots of the characteristic equation which are given by the determinant of A minus lambda equal to 0. Then we solve this equation and find out the roots of this equation. We call these roots as eigenvalues or characteristic root. For example, we continue the same example. This is the characteristic equation A minus lambda equal to 0. If we solve this equation here, lambda to the power 3, therefore total 3 roots are there, lambda equal to 115, which are the eigenvalues of the given matrix. Now This is method 2 for finding characteristic roots or eigenvalues. Now here if the order is 3, that means lambda to the power 3 minus s1 lambda square plus s2 lambda minus determinant of a equal to 0, where s1 is the sum of the diagonal elements, then s2 is the minus for this position, then for m22 and for m33 these positions, determinant of A. Now we consider the same example here. A is given, so this, then sum of the diagonal elements are 2, 3, 2. The addition of this is 7. Then minor for this m11 position. Now minor for this m11 position, leave this row and this column. Remaining values you write down in the matrix determinant form 3, 1, 2, 2. Now for second position, leave this row and this column. Remaining values 2, 1, 1, 2 you write down in this form. Then similarly for m33, for this position, leave this row and this column. Remaining values 2, 2, 1, 3 you write down. And simplify this, find out the values which is equal to, now first value 6 minus 2, 4, therefore here 2 minus 2 into 2, that means 4 minus 2, 4 minus 1, 3. Then next value is 6 minus 2, 4, that means we get 11. In this way we find out the value, and then determinant of A, which gives equal to 5, we can easily calculate this determinant and substitute all these values in this given equation and find out the required result. Its values are 115. You can apply any method, first method or second method, for finding eigenvalues. Characteristic vectors or eigenvectors. These are the eigenvalues. We have two corresponding to non-zero vectors, capital X, which satisfy the equation A minus lambda I into X. Now A minus lambda I into X equal to 0. This can be written in the form of AX into equal to lambda X. Now this matrix A acts as a spreading vector, stretching vectors, and direction is same, so X is the eigenvectors for this matrix A. Now we continue with the example, same example. Here lambda equal to 115 values. Now we consider for lambda equal to 1. We substitute here A minus lambda into X equal to 0. Therefore 2 minus of lambda, here instead of lambda we substitute the value of lambda equal to 1, and then here x1, x2, x3, which are the values of X. We are interested in finding the X values, and we simplify this by Cramer's rule or by reducing to upper triangular form or any method, and find out the x1, x2, x3 values, which are the required eigenvectors. Properties of eigenvalues. First property, the sum of the eigenvalues of a matrix is the sum of the elements of the principal diagonal. By using this property we can check the our eigenvalues. Then secondly, if lambda 1, lambda 2 up to lambda n are the eigenvalues of a matrix A, then lambda 1 to the power m, lambda 2 to the power m, lambda 3 to the power m up to lambda n to the power m are the eigenvalues of A to the power m, where m is positive integer. That means, for example, suppose lambda equal to 1, 2, 3, then eigenvalues of A squares are 1 square, that means 1, 2 square, that means 4, and 3 square, that means 9. Therefore the eigenvalues of A square are 1, 4, 9. In this way we can apply this property for finding the eigenvalues of A to the power m. Third property, if lambda is an eigenvalue of matrix A, then 1 upon lambda is the eigenvalue of A inverse. Then fourth one, if lambda is the eigenvalue of an orthogonal matrix, then 1 upon lambda is also its eigenvalue. These are the most important properties of eigenvalues. Now we discuss some examples for finding eigenvalues and eigenvectors. We consider this example. Determine eigenvalues and eigenvector of the matrix A. Now first step, we find out the eigenvalues and eigenvectors by method 1 or method 2. Here we are taking method 2. Here S1 means sum of the diagonal elements. Now sum of the diagonal elements, that means these elements total sum is 18. Then find out S2 values, M11 plus M22, M33, its value is 45, and determinant of A equal to 0. Now we substitute all these three values in the this equation, then we will get the required characteristic equation. If we solve this equation, there are total 3 roots. These 3 roots are 0, 3, 15. We call these, which are the required eigenvalues of the given matrix A. Now we find out the eigenvectors corresponding to all these 3 values. Now here for lambda equal to 0, we substitute here lambda equal to 0, 8 minus lambda, that means these same values, and reduce this matrix to upper triangular form, or we can apply here Cramer's rule for finding the values of x1, x2, x3. Now reduce this matrix to upper triangular form, we forming 0 in first column by using R1. Therefore we form here zeros. Now forming 0 in second column by using R2. Therefore we form 0 by using row operation here, and we get here also 0. That means complete third row is 0. We write down the equation, then we get only 2 equations. Now and here 3 variables x1, x2, x3. Therefore we consider here x3 as k. Then find out x2 value, substitute this value here, and then by back substitution find out x1 value. All these values in terms of k. Therefore x1, x2, x3 for lambda equal to 0, we substitute the values here, and then we write down this in the finite numbers. Therefore multiply each number by 2 and divide by k. Therefore the numbers are 1, 2, 2, which are the required eigenvectors for lambda equal to 0. Same method we apply for finding eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 3. Now here in diagonal elements we substitute lambda I terms, lambda equal to 3, and then we get these values, reduce this matrix to upper triangular form, forming zeros in first column by using R1. Then forming 0 in second column by using R2, but we get this complete row as 0. Therefore again we get 2 equations. We solve these 2 equations here considering another constant value k1, then find out x2 and x1 by back substitution in terms of k1, and write down the x1, x2, x3 values for lambda equal to 3. Now here divide by k1, multiply by minus 2, because here 2 signs are negative, therefore multiply by minus 2, then we get 2, 1, minus 2, which are the required eigenvectors corresponding to lambda equal to 3. Now same method we apply for finding eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 15. Here substitute these values, lambda value here given 8 a minus lambda I, lambda value equal to 15, and write down this diagonal element, remaining values are same. Now forming 0 in first column by using R1, and then forming 0 in second column by using R2. In this way we forming 0 in second column, then we get third row, complete row is 0. Therefore we get 2 equations. We find out these 2 equation values x3, x2, x1. Here x3 equal to k2 find out x2 and x1 by back substitution, and in terms of k2 and capital X equal to substitute the values of x1, x2, x3 and then divide k by k2, then we get 2 minus 2 and 1, which are the required eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 15. In this way, we solve this example for finding eigenvalues and eigenvector. In this way, we can solve any example of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. These are the references for solving the problems of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Thank you for hearing.